Now, and we understand that at the federal level, and specifically Bill C14, it is an amendment to the criminal code, which is what we have jurisdiction over. Now, the actual administration of MAID would be something that would be implemented by the provinces. Now, do you see, and this is open to all three witnesses to comment on, do you see that the provinces would be able to come up with a consistent approach, specifically self-regulation of doctors? Would they be able to then ensure that those physicians or medical practitioners that do not want to partake in the administration of death, would the self-regulated bodies be able to take ownership of that piece and make sure that everybody's conscience rights are protected?
Should I start since my light's on? I think this is one of the spots where the federal government actually deserves a lot of credit, because they've recognized that this is one of those issues that is absolutely federal, provincial. How do we do this? And they've taken it as an opportunity to exercise cooperative federalism. It's a muscle we haven't been exercising a lot recently, but this is one of those moments, and they've taken it, which is to say they've said, we're going to facilitate the development together with the provinces and territories. So they're putting their money, literally money where their mouth is, on the facilitation of the development with the provinces and territories, a pan-Canadian care pathway. And what that is about is protecting conscience of providers, ensuring access for patients, and protecting the privacy of willing providers. So they've recognized the need for conscience protection, but they're dealing with it in the way that makes a lot of sense in terms of our division of powers, in terms of our history with respect to where conscience is actually regulated, and with respect to the sense of cooperative federalism, where we have shared jurisdiction. Let's talk, let's do it together, let's figure it out, not let's torture something into a federal act. That isn't the way to do it. So I think that that is very promising for having some harmonization. I think that group, I would hope, would bring the Federation of Colleges of Physicians and Surgeons and the nurses to the table and say, we're all sitting down here and we're not leaving until we figure this out together. Because the Colleges of Physicians, they splintered within a week of getting together on this, and that's really problematic. The nurses, not so. Fascinating. So I think that, again, let's say this is the kind of thing we solve together and bring those different levels of regulation together to solve it, because everybody shares the same goals. I want to protect conscience. You want to protect patient access as well, I'm sure, and we all want to protect privacy. So I think that's how we have to do it.